Hello, everyone. Welcome to Therapeutic Yoga class today. So we're going to do a class with a focus on our hips. But what I want you to do before we get started is I just want to make sure that everybody has their yoga strap in the right positioning. So if you would be so kind, please, as to grab your yoga strap right now and place your cinch strap or D-ring. D-ring means you have two metal rings, okay? Place that in one hand, and then with the other hand, go ahead in the nearest loop and place the metal into the nearest loop with the teeth down. Now, if you've got a double D-ring, you're going to place it between both of the D-rings right now. Then loop it into the second hole of the cinch strap so that the strap now is cinched. If you have a D-ring, then you're going to go ahead and loop it between the two D-rings so you also have a cinch. All right, so we're going to use our cinch strap today to do two different things. One, we're going to use it as an anchor for our foot to stretch out through the front of our legs. So go ahead right now and make your cinch strap nice and small so that it can fit approximately around your foot. And then the second thing we're going to use that cinch strap for is to do some work on our hamstrings. And then we're going to do, bridges and then some hamstrings. So now that you've got your cinch strap in the correct position, ready to go ahead and place it somewhere next to your yoga mat. We're not going to be using it at the very beginning of class. Then bring yourself down to the bottom of your yoga mat. Find your knees in hip distance. And then once you've got your knees in hip distance, take your feet, also place them hip distance. Settle your sit bones down onto your heel bones, belly onto the thighs, chest onto the knees. Gently drop your elbows down onto the floor and slowly begin to drop the crown of your head onto the floor. So we're going to be overall working on flexibility through our hips today. One of the number one things we need to do to improve any sort of back ache that we might be dealing with. So let's begin with just a gentle stretch through our low back and our gluteal muscles here. So take a nice, slow, deep inhale into your belly. And then exhaling out. Nice, slow, deep inhale into your belly here. And then exhaling out. Then gently bring yourself up into hands and knees pose. As you bring yourself up into hands and knees pose, nothing to change of the back of your legs other than to stack your hips directly on top of your knees. But take your index fingers forward, pull those thumbs on inward, stretch out those outer three fingers, check in that your wrists are directly underneath your shoulders. And let's go through 3 cat-cows here. So in this position, take an inhale, sink your belly, lift your tailbone, squeeze your shoulder blades, lengthen through the front of your neck and look upward. Then as you exhale, pull that abdomen in, tuck that tailbone under, curl that rib cage, spread those shoulder blades, lengthen the back of the neck and take the chin into the chest. Inhale, sink the belly, lift the tailbone, squeeze the shoulder blades, lengthen through the front of that neck and gaze upward. And then as you exhale, pull that abdomen in, tuck that tailbone under, curl the rib cage, spread the shoulder blades, lengthen the back of the neck, chin into chest. Let's do one more time here. Inhaling. And exhaling. Then bring yourself all the way back into the center position for a minute. We're going to fire up some muscles to begin our class today. So find yourself perfectly in tabletop position. Check in that you feel like your back is in a neutral position through your shoulder blades and through your pelvis. Then once you have yourself in that position, take your right leg and just gently lengthen it out and away from you. It'll be off your yoga mat because we're starting at the base of our yoga mat. Once you've got yourself in that position with your right leg straight, go ahead and take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, harden and tighten through your abdominal muscles. Now, feel yourself pushing into your left knee and your right hand. Slowly lift your left hand up into the air. Okay, now in this position, brace through those abdominals, take an inhale and lift the right foot off the floor a little tiny bit. Now, don't lift it way up in the air. You'll be way past your hip and your back, but lift it up enough that you feel your glutes engaged and your back engaged. Take a nice deep inhale into your belly here. Then when you exhale, drop the left hand down, drop the right knee down. All right, let's do that on the opposite side. So left leg, slide it straight out. As you slide it straight out, pelvis is nice and level. Then take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, start to tighten through those abdominal muscles. Push a little bit more into the right knee and a little bit more into the left hand. And then lift the right hand up into the air. All right, nice deep brace into those abdominals. Take an inhale, lift the left leg up in the air. It's not a big lift. If you lift too high, you're in your back muscles, you blew past your glute muscles. Take an inhale here. Then as you exhale, lower your right hand, lower your left knee. All right, one more time. Right leg straight out. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, brace through your abdominals. Left arm straight out. Take a nice deep inhale, lift through the right leg. Exhale, hold here. Inhale, hold here. And then as you exhale, lower the left arm, lower the right knee. Last time, left leg straight out. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, brace through your abdominals. Right arm straight out. Take a nice deep inhale, lift that left leg up. As you exhale, hold it right here. Abdominals are tight, guys. Deep inhale in. And then as you exhale, lower the right arm down. Lower that left knee down. Beautiful. Now, in the position that you're in right now at the back end of your yoga mat, go ahead and find your bolster somewhere near you. Place it onto the left side of your yoga mat so you're holding it with your left hand. Then step up with your left leg. So you're finding yourself in a half kneeling position to really stretch out through the front of the right hip here. As you do so, can you take a quick look back at your right leg and make sure that it lines up with your hip? Have your hip perfectly stacked on top of your knee, the bolster and your left leg as far out as possible for balance here. Now take a nice deep inhale in, and then as you exhale, tuck your tailbone under. Feel that gentle stretch in the front of the hip. Now we're going to take it 2 steps further today, guys. So just listen to me, or if you need to look at me, you can, but keep your pelvis tucked under. Now take your right hand and make a fist with your right hand. Then take that fist with your right hand and bring it all the way back at the lowest part of your back, where you're approximately at your SI joint on the right side. Keep the tailbone tucked under. Take that fist and gently push the fist forward. Then, with your right knee in the ground on the yoga mat, try to pull the right knee forward. Feel that pull through the entire front of that right pelvis. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale. Pull the knee forward, push with the fist, tuck the tailbone under. One more breath, deep inhale in. And exhale out. Relax the knee, relax the fist, relax the pelvis. Lower the left knee down, take the right foot up, take the bolster up and over to the right side so that you've got balance. As you do that, find yourself in a nice, good alignment with the hip on the left side lining up perfectly on top of the knee, and that left foot straight behind you. Right foot is up and out beside you. Bolster is 100% for support here. Now take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, tuck your tailbone under. Feel the gentle stretch into the front of your hip first. All right, we're going to take it 2 steps further to really get that hip today. Left fist, make a fist, push it back here where that SI joint is, guys. So place it back on the left side of your pelvis. Now take that fist, gently push the pelvis slightly forward. Finally, go to your left knee and try to pull your knee forward onto your yoga mat. You'll feel that engagement as you do that. Take a deep inhale here and exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale in and exhaling out. Beautiful. Release the knee, release the hand. Go ahead and release the pelvis. Drop your knee down onto the floor. Bring your hands back down onto the floor. Take a nice deep inhale here. Then as you exhale, tuck your tailbone under, sit yourself on back. Give those knees a nice, good, pretty break, but really open up through those hips in the back a little bit more. Drop the crown of the head down to the yoga mat if you can make that happen. Sit the sit bones back to the heels if you can make that happen. Take a nice deep inhale into your belly. And then exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into the belly. And exhale out. All right, now gently bring yourself back up into hands and knees pose. As you get yourself up into hands and knees pose, here's what I want you to do. Walk your hands just a little tiny bit more forward than your shoulders. Then take your right knee. As you inhale, pull the right knee forward. Right foot, let it slide off the left side of your yoga mat. Once you've got yourself there, begin to slowly let your right sit bone come downward towards the floor. Now, if your knee is cranky here or your knee is talking to you, you can open up your hip a little bit more if you like by allowing your knee to open up. It's going to make more tension in the hip, less tension in the knee. So you do what feels right for you. Left leg is straight behind you. Bend your knee if your hip flexibility on the left side doesn't allow it, so that you're essentially now in a Z pose. So it's the absolute alternative for what we're going to do next. Regardless of if you're in Z pose or you've got your left leg straight behind you, place your hands in that straddle position so that that right knee is halfway between each of the hands. Now think about where your left hip pointer is, the front of your pelvis on the left side. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, try to pull that left hip pointer towards your right heel. Then take a deep inhale, pull your belly forward, and as you exhale, try to gently sit your chest right onto your knee. You can slowly lower yourself down onto your elbows if you like. You can keep your neck long, chin settled, or if you've got enough spinal flexibility, you can drop the crown of your head to the floor. Regardless of where you go, here's where your focus is, guys. Your focus is on your left hip pointer being pulled towards the right heel. Now take a nice slow, deep inhale into your belly and exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into the belly and exhaling out. Then walk your hands up so that your hands are directly underneath your shoulders. Slowly slide your left knee in. Take a deep inhale and then bring yourself back up into hands and knees pose. All right, let's do it all over on the opposite side. So walk your hands a little bit forward, like I said, so that they're a little bit further up your yoga mat than your shoulder height. Left knee is the knee you're moving this time. So take an inhale, pull the knee forward. As you exhale, allow the left foot to settle to the right side of the yoga mat, and then allow yourself to sit on your left sit bone. Now, two options here. You can keep your right leg straight. That's if you've got adequate hip flexibility. If you don't, nice and easily take the right hip. Take the right hip and let yourself go into a modification, a Z pose. It makes no difference for your left piriformis which one you do. So you kind of pick which one feels the right for you. Regardless, check in that your hands are straddling the left knee. Now, everyone, take your focus to your right hip pointer. Then allow yourself to take that right hip pointer and rotate it downward towards the left heel. That is the entire purpose of this stretch. So you're really focusing on trying to take that hip pointer towards the heel. All right, take an inhale, pull your rib cage forward. As you exhale, drop yourself down onto your elbows if that feels like an adequate pose for you. Again, just on the opposite side, if you've got enough spinal flexibility, you can drop the crown of your head down onto the floor if that's something that feels comfortable for you to do. Now take your attention to your right hip pointer and your left heel. Pull them together. Take a nice deep inhale into your belly and exhaling out. Nice deep inhale into your belly and exhaling out. Wonderful. Now gently walk yourself up. Keep yourself onto your left sit bone. Just gently bend your right knee for a second. Now take that bolster, place your bolster directly behind you. So your bolster is now to the side of your yoga mat behind you. Once you've got yourself in that position, I want you to kick back and relax because we're going to start to train our hip rotators here. So in this position, you should have, by the time we slowly walked up with both of those hip rotators, you should be now somewhere in the center of your yoga mat, right? I want you just to kind of lean back. As you lean back, allow yourself to rest your elbows onto your yoga bolster. Right hip, your knee might be way up in the air. So you may be up here if you've got really tight hip rotators. You may be really close down to the floor if you've got really flexible hip rotators. In this position, just let yourself rest back. If you've got a shoulder that is talking to you, you can by all means stay up onto your hands. It just means you get a little bit less deep into your hips when you do that. So pick which one feels the right position to be in for you. All right, now here's what I want you to do. Can you take a look at your left foot and make sure that your left foot lines up with the center of your pelvis? Then if you've got yourself right there, I want you to take a nice deep inhale, lift the knees upward like windshield wipers. Left knee lines up with the center of your chest right now. Then as you exhale, I want you to drop your knees way over to the right. You've got the idea. Inhale, windshield wipers, but then as you exhale, drop them downward. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, windshield wipers. Exhale, drop them outward. Beautiful, guys. Inhale them back to the center. Then walk your feet over until your right foot and knee is to the center of your chest. Then as you let yourself legs fall over to the right. Let's do the 2 rounds on this side. Take an inhale, knees come up. As you exhale, let them drop up and over to the left side. Inhaling up, exhaling to the right side. One more time. Inhaling up, exhaling to the left, and inhaling up and exhaling to the right. You've got it. So inhale those feet back, or knees back up, walk the feet back to the center, then walk the feet to one another, and then slowly sit yourself up. You should be somewhere in the center of your mat now in bound angle pose. So in this position, take your hands, interlace your hands, bring your hands to the underside of your feet. Once you've got yourself in that position, just let your knees fall out to the side. Take a nice, beautiful inhale and pull your belly forward. And then as you exhale, bend and use those biceps to give yourself a nice little forward bend over those open hips. Lengthen through the back of your neck, settle your chin, gaze down to the floor. Take a deep inhale into your belly. And exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Wonderful. Now, gently allow yourself to let your knees come up. Turn your feet to the right side of you. Get your yoga strap ready and bring yourself in child's pose. Now, as you bring yourself in child's pose, that bound position or that fixed lasso that you have of your yoga strap, place it up and around your right foot. As you place it up and around your right foot, then gently allow yourself to bring it up and over your right shoulder. Once you've done that, Slowly begin to bring yourself down on your belly. Now, if you're a low back that doesn't like to be on your belly, well, that bolster is right beside you. Take that bolster, put it up and underneath you so that your low back is in a comfortable position. For those of you that can tolerate laying in full extension, allow yourself to lay your chest on the floor. Crown of the head gently rests on the floor. Start to lengthen your legs out away from you as you walk your feet and your knees towards one another. Then slowly begin to use the yoga strap and start to pull the right foot towards the buttock. Full excursion is you can get that right heel to the buttock, but I want you to stop when you begin to feel any sort of tension or tightness in your kneecap, knee joint, or front of your thigh. Once you have yourself there, take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, squeeze your knees together. Then take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, tuck your tailbone under. Now, feel that stretch in the front of your right thigh. Take a deep inhale into your belly. And exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into your belly. And exhaling out. Gently allow your right knee to straighten. As you do, you just kind of let the strap go. Turn your toes under on that right leg. Take a nice deep inhale. Lift the knee nice and high on that right leg. Push the heel away. Then tighten through your abdominals today. So brace yourself. And finally, take an inhale and lift those toes off the floor for single leg lift. Now, pelvis should be in contact with the floor, but toes are an inch or two off the floor. Take a nice deep inhale here. And then as you exhale, lower the foot down to the floor. Take your hands, walk them underneath your shoulders. Take your elbows, walk them inwards. Nice deep inhale, and then on your exhale, push yourself all the way back into child's pose. Now, once you get there, take that bind or that lasso that you've got on the left foot. Once you've got it up and on the left foot, bring it up and over the left shoulder. You're ready to lay on down on the opposite side. So then slowly bring yourself down. Use your bolster if you need to for abdominal support. Whatever is what you need, do it. The yoga strap is gently laying up and over the left side of your body. Lengthen the back of the neck. Settle the chin and turn the crown of the head down towards the floor. Then start to walk the legs backwards until you get your knees and your feet touching one another. Then begin to slowly use that yoga strap and pull that left heel all the way towards your buttock. Now, please stop if you get any sort of kneecap pain, knee joint pain, or thigh pain. Do not pull the heel all the way to the buttock if you get any of those symptoms. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, pull your knees together. All right, here's the fun part. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, tuck your tailbone under. Deep inhale into the belly. Exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Then gently straighten the knee all the way. Once the foot hits the floor, turn the toes under. Take a nice deep inhale and lift that knee all the way up. Now, holding that position, brace through your abdominals, tighten nice and tight through your abdominals. Take another inhale and lift that foot up off the floor, finding your glutes. Pelvis stays in contact with the floor, but leg is lifted so that the toes are 1 or 2 inches off the floor. Take a nice deep inhale here. Then as you exhale, lower your foot back down to the floor. Take your hands, walk your hands in underneath the shoulders, elbows, tuck them on in. Take a deep inhale, and on the exhale, push yourself all the way back for child's pose. Slowly rest the crown of the head down onto the floor. Make sure that those toes haven't accidentally fallen together. So go ahead and spread those knees and toes back out to hip distance. Take a deep inhale into your belly here. And then exhaling out.
Slow, deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Wonderful. Now, gently push yourself up into a kneeling position. Take your yoga strap. We're not done with it, but take it and just move it off to the side of your yoga mat for a moment. We are going to do some strengthening of our gluteals before we open up through our hamstrings. So here's what I'd like you to do. I'd like you to take your yoga bolster and place it about 3/4 down your yoga mat. Then once you have yourself in that position, lay yourself down on your side and bring yourself over onto your back. Now, here's where I would like you to be. Have your body positioned so that your feet are on your bolster and your knees are upright towards the ceiling. So you've got a nice, good knee bend in your knees. We're going to use our bolster to do a modification of bridge pose today. So now in this position, allow yourself to gently push your feet down into your bolster. That's your hamstrings, guys. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, tighten through your abdominals, stabilize your spine. Now, as you inhale, lift your hips up, push your knees up and over your toes. Now, squeeze through your glutes. Take a deep inhale in, and then as you exhale, slowly lower your hips down. If your hamstrings cramped, do not worry. We're stretching our hamstrings next. Just take your leg and open it up by flexing and extending the knee if your hamstring cramped. What that tells you at home is that your hamstrings are dominant and your glutes are weak. So let's do it again. Push down into your feet. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, brace and tighten through your abdominals. Now here we go. Take that inhale, push that hip up towards the ceiling, knees up and over the toes, squeeze through the glutes. Take a deep inhale here. Then as you exhale, lower the hips down onto the floor. Allow yourself to place your feet up and over the bolster so that the bolster is somewhere near your knee level. So it's like the bolster is resting under your knees right now. Go ahead and leave it there. Then take your right knee up to your chest. Nice deep inhale into your belly. And as you exhale, pull that knee nice and tight into your chest. Deep inhale into your belly and exhaling out. Nice, slow, deep inhale into your belly here and exhaling out. And gently rest the right foot on the bolster, slide the right leg down straight, and then take your left knee to your chest. Nice deep inhale in, and as you exhale, pull that knee nice and tight into your chest. Deep inhale into your belly, and exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into your belly, and exhaling out. Gently release the left foot to the yoga bolster, and then slide the left leg all the way down. All right, right knee, bring it back and up into your chest. This time, that yoga strap that's somewhere near you that has that little cinch on the end of it, go ahead and place it up and around that right foot. You've got a nice, good hold of that right foot. And then once you have yourself there, see if you can line the strap up with your leg, and then gently bend your knee all the way. Left hand, good idea to place it on the front of the left pelvis right now. So you've got some nice, good guidance for keeping your pelvis stable. Then take a nice deep inhale and kick the right leg all the way straight. Then as you exhale, slowly begin to lift the right leg all the way up in the air. Now, how high do you lift it up in the air? It's a matter of when you feel your knee begin to bend. So if you lift it too high and your knee bends, you're going to lose the beauty of the next stretch. So try to keep yourself in a position that your knee stays straight. Now, take an inhale, straighten the knee, engage your quadriceps. Then as you exhale, slowly let your leg fall out to the right side. Now, how far does it go? Well, it goes far enough that you feel a stretch in your inner thigh, but that your knee can still stay straight and your pelvis can stay flat on your yoga mat. Take a nice deep inhale into your belly here. Exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into the belly here. And exhaling out. And then take an inhale, lift the leg all the way up, and then on the exhale, switch the strap to the left hand. Now, I like to take my right hand onto the front of my right pelvis here. It gives me guidance that my right pelvis does not lift off the yoga mat. Then, right knee, take an inhale, straighten it nice and tight. As you exhale, let it fall up and over to the left. Do not let your right pelvis lift off the yoga mat. Take a nice deep inhale into your belly. Exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Then as you inhale, bring the leg all the way back up to the center. And as you exhale, bend your knee. Now reach down with your left hand, take the loop away from your left foot. Slide your left foot up onto the bolster, slide your right foot down. Take the loop into your right hand and slowly bring your left knee to your chest and place the loop around the left foot. Allow the strap to line up perfectly with your shin bone and then let your knee bend fully and place your right hand on your pelvis. All right, here we go on the opposite side. So make sure that your right leg feels nice and comfortable and resting. Then take an inhale, kick that left leg all the way out. And as you exhale, pull that leg all the way straight into the air. Now, do not be shocked if one leg has a lot more flexibility or tension in the nervous system than the other leg, but take your leg to the point that your knee is straight. If you overpull and your knee bends, you've gone too far. Strap is in the left hand, right hand is on the front of your pelvis here. Begin to take a nice deep inhale, and then as you exhale, slowly let the straight knee, leg, fall out to the side until you feel a stretch in your inner thigh. Please check in. Left knee is straight, right pelvis is on the yoga mat. Then take a nice deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Then gently inhale, bring the leg all the way back up to the center. As you exhale, check in that knee is straight and switch the strap to your right hand. Left hand to the front of the pelvis. Make sure that pelvis does not lift off the yoga mat. Nice, good straight knee here. Take an inhale, straighten the knee, and then as you exhale, drop the leg across to the right. Pelvis, keep the left pelvis onto your yoga mat. Straight knee, take a deep inhale into your belly. And exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Then inhale, bring the leg all the way back up to the center. And as you exhale, bend the knee to the chest, take the loop and place it up and off of that left foot. Now place your left foot onto your bolster. Slide your right foot up onto your bolster. Take one knee at a time to your chest. Take a nice deep inhale into your belly. And as you exhale, pull your knees into your chest. Deep inhale into your belly here. And exhaling out. One more breath. Nice deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Then take your hands to the underside of your knees. Once your hands get to the underside of your knees, take your feet and your knees wider. So wind relieving pose, nice and wide pose here. Take a deep inhale into your belly. And then as you exhale, just gently pull your knees towards your armpits or shoulders. Now keep the knees nice and high towards the armpits and shoulders and gently transition to happy baby. So slowly bring your shin bones upward. As you bring your feet vertical towards the ceiling, you can gently walk your hands, if you like, up the outside of your feet. You can walk your hands to the outside of your pinkies, or if you like, you can even grab your index finger and middle finger around your big toe. Now, here's how you know where is the position I need to be. Wherever you can get to and keep your elbows on the outside of your knees. Let me repeat that. Your elbows on the outside of the knees, then that's how far up you want to grab. Now lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Take a nice deep inhale into your belly. And then as you exhale, gently pull those knees downward towards the floor now. Nice deep inhale into the belly. Exhaling out. Slow deep inhale into the belly. And slow exhaling out. Now gently walk your hands to the outside of your calves. Slide them down, get them to the back of your knees. And then gently bring your knees back into hip distance. Once you have it there, straighten your elbows to take your knees away from your chest. Gently bring your legs upright for legs up the wall. Lengthen the back of your neck, settle your chin, take a deep inhale into your belly. And exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Gently soften and bend the knees. Place your feet back onto your bolster. Once you have your feet back onto your bolster, walk your feet and your knees together. Now, take your left leg and cross it up and over your right leg. Then take your arms and bring your arms all the way out into a T formation. The left leg is going to do your spinal twist. So before you go into your spinal twist, allow yourself to move your right foot a little bit to the right side of your bolster. Then take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, let the left leg pull the right knee over to the left. You should be able to think about trying to bring your right knee to the top of the bolster. Feel that gentle stretch to the outside of the right hip, the right low back and chest. Should have no problem keeping the right shoulder blade onto your yoga mat. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin, and gently turn your gaze over to your right hand. Nice deep inhale into your belly here. Exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into your belly here. And exhaling out. And gently bring your head back to the center. Start at that rib cage on the right side and slowly pull the rib cage down, pull the low back down, and pull the pelvis down until the knees come upright. Then walk your right foot back to the center of your bolster. Uncross your left leg over your right. Then cross your right leg over your left. Then walk the left foot to the left edge of your bolster. Take a nice deep inhale, and then as you exhale, right leg pulls the left knee to the right. Goal is to try to get the left knee onto your bolster. Now, left shoulder blade, please keep it on your yoga mat. Lengthen the back of your neck, settle your chin, nice deep inhale here, and then on the exhale, turn your gaze towards the left. Slow, deep inhale into your belly. And exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale in. And exhaling out. And then unrotating the head back to the center, starting at that left shoulder blade, and use your abdominals and back muscles to pull that left rib cage down first, followed by the low back, followed by the pelvis. Then when the knees are upright, walk the left foot back to the center. Allow yourself to uncross the right leg, and then bring both of your knees back up to your chest one last time. Maybe a nice little rock and roll you do this time now that you've done that beautiful opening through your spine. Allow yourself to take a nice deep inhale into your belly and then exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into your belly and then exhaling out. Gently allow yourself to place your feet onto your bolster. Now, from here, take your bolster with your legs and slide it down to the end of your yoga mat. And then gently place your feet so that your ankles rest on the bolster. Your calves rest off the bolster. Your knees are gently straight. Roll your shoulder blades underneath you. Rest your arms out and beside you, palms lifted. Lengthen through the back of the neck and settle through your chin into your throat. Gently allow yourself to let your tongue rest on the roof of your mouth. And gently close your eyes. Now take a slow, deep inhale into your belly. And exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into your belly. And exhaling out. Now just check in that your right heel is nice and relaxed on the bolster. The left heel is nice and relaxed on the bolster. Your right buttock and your left buttock are nice and relaxed on your yoga mat. Your shoulder blades are nice and relaxed underneath you. Your neck is nice and relaxed. Your jaw and your tongue are nice and relaxed. Your eyes are closed and your eyeballs are nice and relaxed. Now just let yourself rest here. And just observe your breath as you're staying nice and steady and still. Don't scratch the scratch. Don't take action on the itch. Don't move the hair. Don't let the thoughts overtake you. Just let yourself be still in your body and in your mind. Now gently begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes and do some circles with your wrists and your ankles. And then very slowly let your knees bend. Let your elbows bend. Let yourself roll to your left or your right side. As you roll over, just let yourself rest there for a moment. Feeling your natural breath, feeling your body in a different position. And then when you feel like you're ready, on an exhalation, pushing up with your bottom elbow and your top hand, find yourself all the way back up, sitting in easy pose. Take your hands to the center of your heart and lengthen the back of your neck and settle your chin. Take a nice deep inhale into your belly. And then exhaling out. Namaste. The highest in me salutes the highest in you. Thank you for joining me.